Hey everybody, welcome to GeekStorm, episode number, star date 6947. Today I am joined by the lovely Amber Jordan, the proprietor of Kokomo's finest toy store. In fact, the finest toy store in the entire Midwest. People travel from all over the world just to visit Kokomo Toys. Amber, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Replacing Mr. Michael Allen Harrison, who is not with us today because he is suspended from the show for 3 weeks.
Oh.
Yes, he wanted to report to all of the fans out there in the world that Charles Dance was cast as the new master on the Doctor Who show. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Yes.
He's some old dude on that.
What's his name?
Charles Dance,
You don't know what he plays?
somebody named Lannister.
Oh, really?
I know him from the guy that wouldn't give up the knife in The Golden Child, Eddie Murphy. Give me the knife. Give me the knife. So actually, I don't know that he had the knife, but regardless, he's the bad guy from The Golden Child. I don't watch Game of Thrones. Turns out that Mike wanted to report. He told me. He's like, you got to tell everybody this guy's been cast and blah, blah, blah. So, of course, Shawn Hilton, the owner of Comics Cubed, right in the heart of downtown Kokomo, and the proprietor, creator, founder of the Kokomo Con. I actually did this due diligence thing where I decided to go make sure that this was a fact, and not just Mike making up some crap. Yeah, it turns out so far, maybe down the line, it'll pan out for Mike, but right now, it was a rumor and a joke, popping up as a joke all over the place. So Charles Dance is not confirmed as the master. Mike wanted to give bad information to the public. We have decided that as GeekStorm, we can't allow that sort of thing to happen. And even though he just turned 48, 49, or 50 today on his birthday, we suspended him and brought in the lovely Miss Amber Jordan. So that is why Mr. Michael Allen, 48, 49, 50 years old Harrison, is not with us, because he likes to deceive the public. He's not a good guy. Happy birthday, Mike. So, going on in the beautiful town of Kokomo, right next door to you and me, a sandwich of laugh fun between comics and toys. We've got the Laugh House, yes. And they are presenting Steve-O. They don't, blah, blah, blah. They don't appear to be preventing anything, because just last night, we'll have some YouTube video of this. And I want the producers to put the YouTube video in of him, like, molesting the mantis, because there's no copyright crap on that. Plus, it's got to be a crime to have molested the mantis anyway. So Steve-O from Jackass fame and Dancing with the Stars. I did some quick lookup because I didn't know who the hell the guy was. He is performing tonight twice at 7 and 9 o'clock in the heart of downtown Kokomo with the Laugh House, and also he is performing Saturday night, I believe, at 9 o'clock. So you've got 3 chances to see Steve-O, world famous jackass prank stunt man, now stand-up comedian, holding court right here in the middle of Kokomo. Are you a big stand-up fan?
I do. I like comedy. I don't ever get to go anywhere or do anything, but I sure do like it.
Well, now it's like literally
I know, right
next door to you. So
but it's also 21 and over, so.
I'm
21 and over.
Yes. We've got, Mike's been lying about his age for a long time, but like 21 and over, Amber, I mean.
Yeah, I kind of put the damper on it, because you got to find a sitter, and the kids are like, why can't I go and laugh? And
okay. Because it'll
I
be.
don't drink, so it's kind of.
And I think there is like a 2-drink minimum as well. The tickets.
What am I going to do with 4 drinks? Because I have to take the husband, so then.
And he doesn't drink?
I have to buy him 2 drinks. No, he doesn't drink.
Jeez.
I got to buy 4 drinks. Nobody's going to drink.
All right. So, tickets I believe are $25 plus a 2-drink minimum per person. So you and a sitter's probably. I don't think they're not going to provide you with a sitter.
No, probably not. But my mom's cool.
All right. So something to think about going on there. You can find them at 113 East Sycamore. I've got notes for that, so I know what to tell them. Sycamore Street, Kokomo, Indiana, or just look for Comics Cubed or Kokomo Toys and look for the thing in between us.
There you go.
So there you go. So how's your week been?
Been good.
Anything
Busy.
cool and fun and exciting going on in downtown Kokomo that the world needs to know about?
I heard the mantis got molested.
He got felt up and groped a little bit by the Steve-O guy.
No, it's just been real busy.
All right.
What's coming? The Haynes-Apperson?
Haynes-Apperson's coming up, what, in a week or two?
Next week?
July 4th?
Yeah,
So
next week.
this is your first time as a store owner
Yes,
with
downtown.
Square and whatnot. What is your thoughts? What are your preparation? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you bringing in extra people? Are you taking a vacation? Shawn takes a vacation. Oh yeah.
Vacations. So where do I sign up?
Yeah.
No vacations. We're open 6 days a week now, as opposed to 3 days a week before. So
It's gonna be better.
yeah, well, yeah, and it's a lot more work. It's a little different.
Okay.
We're not used to having to be somewhere every
It's
single
like
day.
a set schedule, ready to
Yeah.
go. You can't.
Getting used to that.
Yeah, I own the place. To my place. I got the keys. So it turns out
Yeah,
it
they
opens
can
when
do
I
that,
open.
But then it's, kind of unstable because people go by like, hey, they're never open even though the sign says
Yeah, I'm
they're
open all the time. If you got my number and enough money, you just call me up and then I open up.
Oh, I would too.
So
but
yeah.
No, but we like downtown. It's been really cool, actually.
Cool.
Just
Well,
with
very good.
different kinds of people,
So-
the amount of people. The mayor's always stopping by. He brings people in, lets them see.
Oh, must be
new
nice.
stuff.
Yeah, he didn't bring anybody by the comic store. Kind of hurts a little bit, just saying. I mean, he doesn't watch the show or the channel, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm saying that nobody comes by and, point out that out of all the newbies, I'm like the oldest surviving newbie. Just saying. A lot of the other people have left, fallen by the wayside, but not the comic store.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll bring it up.
Hey, let's geek stuff.
Let's go back to geek stuff.
Turns out that you sell some Pacific Rim toys.
I do.
And that leads into the fact that Guillermo del Toro has just announced Pacific Rim 2 for 2017, as well as an animated series. So they've got Charlie Huffman back from Sons of Anarchy in the main role. I'm going to look up her name real quick. Rinko Kikuchi, something. The super hot Asian babe from 47 Ronin. She got an Academy Award nominee for Babel, and she was the lead actress in Pacific Rim. And I don't know if they're going to have them for the voice actors for the animated or what's going to happen with that. But you've seen a lot. I mean, you saw a lot of toys. So, animated series always provide tons of new toys, whether it's even good or bad for the series. The real Ghostbusters, all of a sudden there's like Ghostbuster toys everywhere and whatnot. So I can imagine you're going to see just a ton of new Jaegers and Kaiju and things like that popping up from the animated series.
Yeah, they've done. I'll be looking forward to it. I haven't heard anything as of yet about any animation toys, but that would be really neat. I
All
love
right.
the Pacific Rim.
Did you?
I did. I loved it.
All right, so
That was
here's
great
our,
movie.
our super easy trivia question for the day.
Oh man.
The giant robotic mech guys are called
Jaegers.
Jaegers. And Jaeger is German for?
I know this answer too. Oh, I can't think of it.
Oh, it's good not having Mike
I'm
here.
gonna go soldier.
Close. Jaeger is German for hunter, which then leads into Jägermeister being
I don't drink.
master hunter.
Again, don't drink.
So, neither do I, but that doesn't mean I don't know what Jägermeister
Ask me
means.
what
So.
kaiju means.
Kaiju means
Monster.
giant, is it giant monster or just monster?
I think it covers both.
All right, giant crazy monsters beating up giant crazy robotic mech stuff, which will lead us into talking about Transformers in a little while. But today, not only is it Mike Allen Harrison's 48th, 49th, or 50th birthday, it is also J.J. Abrams' birthday today, who turned 48.
Oh no.
So probably the same age as Mike. Mike is suspended from doing a little podcast while J.J. Abrams relaunches Star Trek, Star Wars, had something to do with Fringe, Lost, Alias. It's kind of sad when you compare the two, really, if you think about where they are in life. That's sad. But yeah, so Abrams, getting
Happy
older.
birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, JJ. If you need any help on anything, just call me. I know what Jägermeister means. Just saying. So, yeah. Transformers. I went and saw it.
Was it good?
And I saw it. And I saw it. And it just never ended. It was like a cascade of never ending. Now, usually it's the other host, whoever, it doesn't really matter, because I love a long movie. I pay, you pay a lot of money. I want to
Yeah.
be there for a while.
And it's pretty popcorn.
This one just didn't stop. You're going to get your free refill on popcorn and soda if you're going to go see Transformers 4 Age of Extinction or whatever. I got a note for what that was supposed to be called too, but it just, Transformers movie. God, it was long. It felt like forever. No Shia LaBeouf. He's completely out. I thought we'd get some guest cameo or some cheesy little thing about him. Nothing. They don't mention him at all. Bumblebee is in it. He doesn't mention him at all. It's like, kick to the curb. We're moving on. Huh. And they've got a wealth of really good actors in it. You got Mark Wahlberg. You got Kelsey Grammer, who actually does come across as a pretty in-depth, scary CIA kind of guy. And then my favorite is Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci's been in all kinds of stuff. He's a thin, kind of bald guy. He was in that Jack the Beanstalk Hunter is the bad guy. He was in who's the old chick who cooks?
Old chick who cooks what?
I don't know. She's like the old famous chick who, Julia Childs. She played Julia Childs' husband in that movie. He's in a little of everything. He's really, really good. But so he kind of steals this as like their Steve Jobs meets an industrialist Tony Stark kind of asshole. Not a nice guy, but you got all this stuff kind of going together. And man, it was long. Really, really long. I was nodding off a little bit towards the end. We went to see it at 9, and man, if you want to see robots fighting something, robot fighting, you're going to get plenty of it because it ain't going to stop. Transformations everywhere. Visually, this looks amazing. This is a good looking movie. And pretty people everywhere. Even Kelsey Grammer looks like, I don't know if they had him wearing black or slimming clothes or slim fast. I mean, he wasn't working out. Mark Wahlberg is like straight off of Pain and Gain. So he is ripped all kinds of crazy. This guy, of course, they've got him in like shirts that, it's not a short sleeve shirt. It's like whatever that would be. Yeah. So it's just enough to make sure that in every scene you're going to see just a bit of bicep and, they're not fully loaded, but, loaded enough. And then it's like, well, Mark Wahlberg might be too old. So then we bring in this new guy. I don't even know. I didn't even write his name down, but there's a younger guy. There's like a 20-year-old who's dating Mark Wahlberg's super hot eye candy 17-year-old daughter, which felt very inappropriate. But she was obviously there to take like the Megan.
Dad?
Yeah. Oh, he's the father. Yeah. And it's funny because they make jokes about the fact that she is there to be the Megan Fox eye candy hot chick. But she's supposed to be 17 years old. And they do this scene where he shows up in the early part. She comes home from school, and she is wearing the super short shorts where you can actually see the front pockets below the pants. And he's like, while you were standing there, those shorts are shrinking. So we make enough money that you can buy clothes once in a while. So there's some comments back and forth. But this the young stud dude is like Mark's a little too old for you. We got the younger guy for the teenagers who might think Marky Mark's icky. So that part was kind of funny to me that we had to have two like hot guys of different age demographics to fulfill this eye candy role.
Because when Transformers came out, so it was early 80s.
Yeah.
So now,
Did you watch Transformers?
I have not seen the new one.
No, the old cartoons.
Yeah, I've seen the cartoons.
Because I never watched the cartoons.
Yeah,
the Transformers marked the end of my childhood. Because I was
84, so I was like 5.
All right, so you were still a kid. I was born in 72. By the time the Transformers came out and I couldn't transform it, I knew that I was no longer a child. I wasn't a man yet, but I knew that toys were not going to work out for me when I got a giant, because those things were heavy too.
Yeah, they were.
It was like, these were like giant steel toys. Well, giant. They were steel toys that transformed into the giant robot, the Jaegers, basically, or Transformers or Autobots or Decepticons, whatever. But yeah, I had no clue. It was just like twist, 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 and I made a lump of more metal. It just wasn't working out for me. So.
But Mark Wahlberg was like the teen throb when I was growing up. One
really?
of them. Yeah, him and his brother, they were New Kids on the Block.
Was it the Funky Bunch?
And the Funky Bunch.
Okay.
Well.
Had to get Funky Bunch.
I was more into the New Kids on the Block. But
really?
Yeah.
O-A-O?
Yeah. But anyway, so now we're all old. So they throw him in there because he's still attractive for
Sure.
his age, and then they throw in someone younger for all the.
Well, they did that.
That
So,
sucks. Okay. Here
yeah.
we go.
Action-wise, good flick. Visually-wise, good flick. Story-wise, it's a Transformers movie. If you went into this thing looking for epic storytelling and massive, incredible writing, I don't know why the hell you went to this movie. But if you want 3 hours of just ass-kicking robot action, man, it never stops. It really, it's all over the place. And they're from Texas to Beijing, China. So you got this global kind of thing going on. You've got the CIA involved. You've got satellites tracking them. Basically, after the whole Chicago thing in the last movie, there was so much death and destruction that the CIA is assassinating all the robots and trying to take them all out, whether you're Decepticon or Autobot. But the Autobots helped us, so it's like a secret mission because they're just afraid of them, and there's some plot that I don't want to ruin for anybody. What little plot is there, I don't want to take away from you. But so the idea is that these people are tracked them down. They're using all this cool tech and all this other crap. So they have a scene in Beijing, China, filled with people and stuff, and they're tracking like these cars via satellite. But at one point, they can't track Optimus Prime in the middle of a desert Texas road with nothing anywhere. So I was just like, how the hell is it you can, track, I don't know, Bumblebee, this little tiny car or whatever, but you can't find a giant semi in the middle of a dusty cloud coming up in the middle of a Texas road? I was just like, are you kidding me? And at one point, oh, this is great, because I can't remember the other bad guy's name. You got Kelsey Grammer's the bad guy, but then like his lead hitman is another famous guy. He's like a B actor. He's in a little bit of everything. And if Mike was here, he'd tell us who he is. But it doesn't matter because Mike's suspended for bad behavior. But at one point, like Mark's like, you can't be on my property. You don't have a warrant. My face is my warrant. And I lost it. I'm just like, my face is my warrant? That's your line? And that wasn't one of the cheesy robots. This is like an actor. He had to have been reading that script going, and my face is my warrant. And my paycheck is the reason for doing this crap. Because it was bad. Oh man, the lines are bad. But all right, so should you go see it? Sure, you should go see it. If you like the other 3 movies, you're gonna like this, and it's it's cool. The robots look better than they've ever looked before. There's some really good laughs in there. As I said, I felt a little weird because you've got the 17-year-old that hasn't graduated from high school yet as super sexy. And they're making, they're talking about the fact that this is his daughter several times. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm like 42. And I'm like, this is completely inappropriate. None of this is right, but they've done it on purpose. I'm like, this is a little weird. Why would you not have made her like a college student at least? And I'm like, but regardless, it's how they did the story. Michael Bay blowing stuff up, and boy, does he blow it up. Explosions everywhere. Great scene with Bumblebee. They've done a thing where they've like ripped off the Autobots. So they've like made cars and stuff in the real world that are resembling them. But they've got like the cool, cheesy commercials of, well, we took the designs of Bumblebee, outdated, ugly. And he's watching it, and they've got like the prototype of it. So he's like transforming and like beating it up and making fun of it. It's just, it's cute. The kids are gonna like it because it looks amazing. Adults are gonna like it because of all the action and the hot chick that's incredibly inappropriate for you to look at. The women should like it because Marky Mark and that's a video that we've seen a couple times, I think. So yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on there. PG-13, they get around a lot of it. So, but buy the big popcorn and the big Coke because you're going to be there a while.
I always buy the big popcorn.
Okay, so that's what I got on that. We got a couple of deaths this week. We got Eli Wallach, who was Tuco in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He also portrayed one of the Mr. Freezes in the Batman TV show in the 1960s. Very well-known actor in those things, but unfortunately not an actor that I followed. Couldn't really tell you anything. I know who Tuco is. I've seen The Good and the Bad and the Ugly once, but it's not the kind of movie where I'm sitting around watching this old Western again and again and again. So more importantly to me, Terry Richard passed away. Now, you would probably know Terry Richards as the Cairo swordsman from the original Indiana Jones guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that does all the, and then just gets shot because
Yeah.
Harrison Ford had diarrhea that day and didn't have time to do any acting, so he just shoots them. He also, though, besides being the famous Cairo swordsman that gets shot, appeared in 9 James Bond movies,
Really?
appeared against 4 different actors as James Bond, played in Star Wars as well. So Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and James Bond, actor, stuntman. Terry Richards has passed away at the age of, wow, he was a stuntman, so who knows? He could have been. Knowing him, he was a stormtrooper in one scene and a rebel guy getting blown up in another scene. I wouldn't be surprised at all if, in the way they shot that, he wasn't shooting himself as a stormtrooper in that first scene, and then cutting and then falling down as a rebel soldier, getting shot by himself in the next, who knows? But
He was just that good.
crazy stuff. So yeah, plus I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan, and that's got to be one of the most iconic scenes ever. Is
Yeah.
and then the history behind the fact that, was it diarrhea or it just didn't feel good? Diarrhea. They had this big long thing that they were supposed to do this huge fight, and they just, Harrison Ford finally was like, they did several takes. He goes, I feel horrible. You know I feel horrible. Why don't we just try this real quick and see if this works? And that's the one they actually went with, was him instead of doing the big fight, just shooting him. So I don't know if that was him in the second movie, because they have like the 2 guys on the bridge, I think. It's like 2 Cairo swordsmen show up or something. So, all right. Well, we've got some casting news. Shane Black. You probably don't know him that well. See, look at that.
Shane Black.
Shane Black was the director for Iron Man 3. But this guy wrote Lethal Weapon, Monster Squad, helped write Lethal Weapon 2, wrote The Last Boy Scout, The Last Action Hero, did some work on Lethal Weapon 3, Long Kiss Goodnight, and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. So when it comes to action stuff, this guy, he's got like legit street cred all over the place. He's tapped to bring about the new Predator films.
Yeah.
But they've come out and said they're not going to relaunch them. They're not going to reboot them. He is going to take what's come and make a sequel that will massage the old material so that if you love that stuff, it's not just thrown away like they've done with some of these other movies where the reboots completely, like the Spider-Man movies. You know, this will be fresh, new material that pays homage to the older movies without throwing away that kind of stuff.
Sounds good.
So is there any Predator toys I need to know about?
There's all kinds of Predator toys.
Is there? What's like the hottest Predator toy? Is there like a super expensive
Hottest?
Predator
Yeah,
toy?
they make Hot Toys makes them. It's a Japanese company. It's the 12-inch size.
Okay.
Like super highly articulated. They've got like, it's got everything. They've got little bone necklaces.
They all
They've
come
got-
off and stuff,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's not like
they're all
sculpted
cheaped
in.
out. No, it's not
Okay.
sculpted. It's got it's got
Every
like
little
100
piece.
little pieces that go with
So
it.
how much would a Hot Toys Predator 12-inch action figure sell for?
There's many
Okay.
different ones.
Middle of the line.
So probably around 250.
250. Top of the line. Like the
Top.
the Billy, you
you'd
know.
probably get up to maybe 350 if it's a really cool one.
Okay. Like invisible stealth ninja like guy. All right.
Just made something really neat. Those are expensive. Like I said, they're really worth it though. They're super nice.
Shane Black is also attached to be involved with the new Doc Savage movie, and I'm a huge Pulpy fan, so I think that's pretty cool as well. So, kind of nifty, kind of neato. Did you ever watch Reading Rainbow? Reading Rainbow? You? Anybody Reading Rainbow? Did not watch Reading Rainbow. I don't know anything about Reading Rainbow. But LeVar Burton, who was the original host of Reading Rainbow, and of course I think most people know him as Geordi from Star Trek Next Generation, as well as, I don't know what his name was in Roots, but he was I think he was a big character in the original Roots miniseries on television. He is trying to bring back his old show, Reading Rainbow. He's doing it through Kickstarter. They were trying to get $1 million, and it would help out schools and low-income families and be video-based and stuff like that. They're up to $4 million, so they've made their goal. Seth MacFarlane of Family Guy fame and a movie called A Million Ways to Die in the Old West that just came out, as well as Ted, the little teddy bear, Flash Gordon references all over the place. He must be friends with LeVar Burton. He's come out and said from $4 million to $5 million, $1 million worth, I will back and repledge 100% of it. So he will do the whole $1 million to match funds with whatever else comes up. So
Wow, that's a lot.
Last time I checked, they were at $4,096,882. But I mean, this guy is known for, penis and fart jokes and getting high, and I mean, pretty raunchy stuff. This is not family-oriented material for the most part. Have you seen Ted?
Yeah.
All right, so, and it's pretty funny for the most part, but it's edgy material. It's rated R material. For him to come up and support something like this, kind of shows that it doesn't, all kinds, everybody can get involved with helping out.
Everybody needs to read.
Yeah, it's fundamental. So, there you go. I think that's most of the cool, groovy news that I've got for you. The other big thing is local, not geek at all, but just everywhere. Indiana finally has equal gay marriage. Everybody gets married, so no more discrimination if you're straight. So, or gay or whatever.
My marriage is still good.
Yours is too? Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't wear a wedding ring, but I've been married for like 15 years now. So I wore it for the first 12 or 13 and finally lost it. Bought a new one from just down the street here in the heart of downtown Kokomo. And quite frankly, just found after a while it's just not very comfortable. Yeah. And I'm fat, bald, and own a comic store. So it's not like I got to like beat off the masses anymore. So it's pretty simple. It's not necessarily a super big deal. So got that covered. But yeah, it was kind of cool news. I found out, according to the Perspective, you had minutes later, like the first couple in Kokomo got married, and by the end of the day, you had the first divorce.
Yeah.
So now it turned out, because I was like reading, I'm like, well, that's sad. No, it turned out that a couple had gone out of state to get married like years ago. Then just, the marriage didn't work out, as so many normal marriages do, unfortunately. But because they got married in a different state and Indiana doesn't recognize it, they actually couldn't get legally divorced. Right. In Indiana, they would have to actually get back together to go out of state, I guess, to wherever it was to dissolve the marriage. So when they did it, they were able to actually finally get their divorce, which is sad, but again, kind of happy if you've been waiting a long time to finally, if it's amicable and everybody wants to be done. So what's the cool new toys? Give us a spotlight of what we can check out at Kokomo Toys.
I'm trying to think again. I got in a big collection of early 90s Power Rangers.
I saw a bunch of Megazords and Zord stuff, and it all looked like it was in the package in really nice condition.
It is. They've been opened.
Okay.
But everything is super clean. It looked like the kid took them out, checked them out, and put them right back in the box. Okay. Just never touched them again.
Very cool.
So those look really nice.
They did look good. I saw pictures of those. And the Power Rangers, that we were talking earlier about how, you were watching Transformers in the 80s and Mark Wahlberg, but Power Rangers have come back.
Yeah,
and
they're starting to. Yeah.
What I always say, because I've done collectibles since like 88, 89 myself when I was a kid, it's all a circle. It's the stuff that you like as a kid. You go out, you get a job, you're old enough now to rebuy that crap. Yeah. And you do. So it doesn't matter what it was. Like right now it's, Power Rangers coming back. So that just tells me that if I go back, the 5 to 12-year-olds who watched it at the time are now in the job marketplace and are making enough money to buy Power Zords and whatnot. So what's like the other hot cartoons that we should be, checking out? Like what's hot? Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean...
that was, I think, I'm not real familiar with that.
Okay.
That was
how old is your son?
My time. My son?
Yeah. 8. So he's the perfect example. What is he like right now? What cartoons is he?
Computer games.
See, that's gonna be tough to ever make money off of.
He doesn't watch cartoons.
That's sad.
Isn't it?
I used to wait every Saturday morning. I used to get the TV guide out and like make my schedule of watching on what channel was gonna have to go where, what time I had to get up, and have to get it all in by like noon, because at noon or noon 30, it like all ended. It was like then it just turned into crap. Yeah. And it was like nope. So you had to get.
It was all reruns.
Yeah, and like 2 hours of the Smurfs by the time it was all said and done. I couldn't deal with that. So.
I like Smurfs.
Yeah, Smurfs are good for squashing.
No, he's into Minecraft. While it's not a cartoon, it's a highly popular video game.
Oh yeah,
so they make toys for those.
I just bought my 2 nephews. They make square blockheads, and so they got those.
I just couldn't see myself paying that much money for cardboard.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
I didn't do that, but he
it's nephew.
Toys.
Okay.
So, and the little plush animals, they make little plush stuffed animals.
Gotcha.
But the kids are into that.
And I just don't get this toy is so beyond me. or this game is so beyond because there's no points.
No, but it's
There's
really
no
cool,
scoring.
It's what it is. It's like digital Legos.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
It's
and I
pretty much what you still get to fight. You get to fight like I'm still kind
the
of
creepers,
confused.
I think.
Yeah, you can fight those.
Because
Those
that's
are
the
like
blockheads.
creatures.
They got. They didn't get like the guys.
We
They
used
both
to
wanted
have
the creepers.
creatures too.
Okay.
I've seen him do that. I don't know. There's other players that play, and I'm kind of confused. I guess there's some player versus player there.
Okay.
In some
PvP.
Yeah, in some of it, but it is a really cute game though. They got little chickens and little sheep, and you go up and you
Do I
go up next to
KFC
them,
'em?
and they like say stuff to you.
I don't get to eat them.
They make noises. No.
Huh. But
Oh,
like,
well, not that I know of.
like this chicken's name is 11 herbs and spices.
They can
and
probably
this
combine
one's
them into
deep
food or
fried.
something.
That'd be cool. All right. Well, we're out of time. That's it. We are GeekStorm live in the heart of Pepper Whistle, which allows us to film here every week. I am Shawn Hilton. This is Amber Jordan, who has joined us from Kokomo Toys, which you can find at.
Kokomo Toys.
Well, the address.
111 East Sycamore Street.
You have a like cool like web address or something.
KokomoToys.com.
It's a pretty good one. All right, that's what we got. Next week, no more Mike. I don't know. We'll figure out another guest host so we can keep it fresh and exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. I'm out. I'm done with this. I got cell.